So the biggest thing that I wish someone would have told us.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys see Asher's little paws right there? That is the cutest thing ever. Oh my gosh, and the irony, this is ridiculous, that I'm filming this clip and there's a tripod behind me. Meanwhile, you're propped up on like a bunch of just random, ooh, ow, I'm a mess right now. A bunch of random containers. I didn't see this tripod when I was getting everything ready this morning. But, hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. My mom is right now giving Decker a bottle downstairs, and whenever she watches him, like that's like my time to like get things done. For example, I mean, I know I have a load of laundry for Decker in the dryer, just work stuff, all of that. But number one on my list today, and this is so psycho, but like honestly, if you're like me, like you're gonna take advantage of this, I'm compiling my Black Friday list because I want to take advantage of all the sales. And that's not to say that like I'm just buying things I don't need. These are things where even months ago I was thinking to myself like, I want this. No, I'm holding out for Black Friday, because come, I don't know, February, when all of a sudden like I'm like, oh, I would like a new whatever it might be. It's so hard for me to bite the bullet when I'm like, oh my gosh, it was literally just 20-30% off a couple of months ago. So I'm compiling my list. Oh, and also I'm down here because this is where, I don't even know, can you guys see? It's in this drawer, this bottom one, where I keep all of my extras for makeup, and like I kind of just like stock up on things when there are sales, such as the ones that are currently upcoming. So I'm just trying to like figure out like, okay, I'm not gonna need to stock up on concealer or whatever it might be. So on my list so far, I have Glamnetic, which is where I get my fake nails. Tatcha, I love their face wash and their face moisturizer. Z Supplies, where I get my sweats. 1UP, I want to stock up on protein powder. Lululemon, I feel like they never really have a good deal, but I'm gonna check. Glossier, I have no idea what they're doing, but I love their perfume. It's the You perfume. It's so freaking good. Gonna check their Aloe. I would enjoy a new Aloe hoodie if the deals are good enough. And that's where I'm at in my list so far. I also have, obviously, a separate little list for Decker. We got to stock up for him just because, like, especially now that I've been at this for almost 2 months now, I can see, like, okay, I bought too much here, didn't buy enough there, like, this is what I might need. And if any of you are new moms out there, or you're pregnant, or even if you're not a new mom, I am telling you, Momcozy is where it is at. Their products have been life-changing for us. I am getting to work with them on this video, but I have been a Momcozy just customer, like just out of my own, like I buy the products myself. They are so good, and I'm going to be showing you like my top, I don't even know how many, like I didn't compile like a specific number or anything, but like my top 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it might be, products that I'm telling you make the world of a difference. And I'm kind of uncomfortable. I'm literally just like in this weird position. Like I look like I don't even know what. I'm like a little like, not a demon, that's a very weird word, like a little troll on the floor, like, oh, like what products do I already have? All right, let's move places. I decided to move into Decker's nursery. I thought it was fitting, and I just love how peaceful it is in here. Like that is my number one recommendation for moms. Make the nursery a place you want to be, a place you feel calm, a place you feel peaceful. You are going to be in the nursery so much, obviously, and not only that, you're going to be in the nursery at very like stressful times, just like the baby's crying, you don't know what's wrong, this, that. Like it has made such a difference just to have this amazing environment. And I feel so like honored, I don't even know if that's the right word, to finally be able to like give advice. I've seen so many videos on YouTube of people talking about favorite products, tips, tricks, all of that. And to actually be able to be like, hey, here's what works, here's what didn't, here's products I recommend, products I don't, like I feel so honored just because I know how important these videos and these recommendations were for me when I was pregnant, because some of the products I want to mention are products I actually purchased when I was pregnant. For example, this is the Momcozy Mobile Flow breast pump. I purchased it when I was pregnant, heard all these great things about it, heard if you are breastfeeding and pumping, like you need it. Honestly, I had no idea like really what to expect. Oh my goodness, guys. Everyone is right. If you are planning on breastfeeding and pumping, this makes such a difference, because with the amount that you have to pump, not to mention you also have to get stuff done around your house. You have to take care of your baby. Having a hands-free breast pump is the best thing ever. You know, I'll be able to do my makeup and do my hair and get ready for the day while producing milk, which is the craziest thing ever. And this in particular is so good because you actually control it from your phone. So you can control the flow, the settings, all of it. And that's really neat because as you're pumping, sometimes you do want to change the settings. You start small and then you build up. And so it's really helpful to be able to do that all from your phone instead of having to like go into like your bra and switch it. Like that's not as convenient. So this thing has just been amazing. And this is especially great for leaving your house. Another great device for leaving your house is this portable bottle warmer, where this is just the charging thing. All you have to do is take this with you. You pop the bottle right on and it's warmed up, and I think it's like less than 3 minutes. Honestly, I've been using it in my house as well, just because it's so convenient. And especially like when you have a crying baby who wants his milk, there's not a lot of time to waste. So this has been so convenient, especially if any of you guys plan on traveling for Thanksgiving or Christmas, any of the upcoming holidays. This and many of these Momcozy products just make the process so much more easy, so much less stressful. And speaking of leaving the house, Decker and I have been loving the Change Go baby stroller, which first of all just looks so beautiful, but second of all, it is going to be so nice for eventually, God willing, I have another child. You can actually configure it so that you have both of them in one stroller, like it turns into a double stroller. And actually there are over 20 configurations between the adjustable handlebar, because odds are you and your husband are different heights, and obviously you might have different preferences. And most importantly, the wheels are so good, and it like makes for such a smooth ride, which obviously my boy Decker appreciates. We've also been loving the 3D motion electric baby swing, which has all kinds of settings. Like you can have the swing go left and right, up and down. There's like this one motion that mimics, I believe, like when they're actually in you, like when you're still pregnant. It is crazy. And most importantly, it is just so nice to be able to put the baby there when you're getting work done around the house. That has been the biggest struggle with a newborn, just finding ways to entertain him, because he can't really do a lot. And we've been loving the Momcozy baby monitor, which is just so nice, especially like when I'm trying to get stuff done around the house and he's just playing in his pack and play or whatever it might be. This monitor is so HD and it goes really far left, right, up, down, like you could see it all. As for feeding, my number one baby product purchase, like ever, like out of all of the baby products I have purchased, is hands down the Clean Pal Pro bottle washer. Guys, I am telling you, this has been the biggest godsend ever, because babies drink a lot of milk. At least my baby does. Like we go through many bottles in a day, not to mention I'm watching my pump parts, and I just cannot imagine doing it without a designated washing device. It is so efficient. I'm not scrubbing pump parts and bottles a million times a day. I'm also not throwing it in the dishwasher a million times a day. It's just, yes, his own designated washing section. Like it is just the best thing ever. I wasn't sure, because I actually got this before I even had Decker. Like this has been ready to go since day one. I wasn't sure, like, do I really need this? Yes. 100% yes. And that's why, like, take advantage of these Black Friday deals. Like take advantage now, because it's just so worth it. And also I got really excited and I already set up our Diner Pal high chair, and I just love how aesthetic it is, because listen, this is a piece of furniture that's in our house. Also, it's so cool how it has all different settings for as he grows. And one feature I'm so excited about is a learning tower. Like all you have to do is switch the parts. It's so simple to do, and suddenly your baby can actually be cooking with you, baking with you. Obviously, Decker needs to be able to stand before we could do that, but I am so excited for that. So I'm going to have a link below. I'm telling you guys, take advantage of the Black Friday deals. Every single one of these products has been just everything for us, and as a mom in the thick of it, it is the reason I am semi-sane right now. I am not kidding. Welcome to a very monumental moment in my life. I am outside the four walls of my house. I've left my house. If you know, you know. I have not been leaving my house these days at all. It's just hard with, it's not only hard with a newborn, it's hard with breastfeeding, it's hard with pumping, it's just hard with the whole schedule. But, and also you're probably like, wow, where is she going? I'm outside the hospital. Because of course it's fine. And I'm driving Zach to a doctor's appointment. I mean, I'm sitting in the passenger seat. He drove here, but I have to drive him home. And I'm not going in because of germs, which with a newborn at home who hasn't gotten his vaccines yet, why take any chances? Like, it's just not worth it. And we really have been playing a lot of things safe, even maybe safer than you should. But for me, it's just risk versus reward. It's like, it's just not worth it at all. I don't even care that I'm outside the hospital. Like, a man is walking right there. I'm seeing him. Like, it just feels good to be out. Getting out the door this morning, though, like, feels like a battle. Like, just getting out the door. I've tried many times, and it just doesn't work. Like, it just, the hours go by yeah. So my one casualty, I, like, really wanted to, like, you know, get up, do my makeup, do my hair, like, look nice, just
feel like myself again, and the casualty you could probably see is my hair. I didn't get a chance to do it. I did brush it though. I did indeed brush it, but life has been good. I actually, when I was about to say when I hang up the phone, but we're not on a phone call. It feels like it though. When I turn off the camera, I think I'm going to dive into my next book, which is JoJo's. A lot of people have asked if I've been reading so much these days, like just at home with a newborn. No, because my big thing, you'd think like, oh gosh, like when I'm up all through the night breastfeeding, like that'd be a perfect time to read. It's not though, because I struggle so hard to stay awake for these breastfeeding sessions in the middle of the night. Like last night in particular was really tough, where I just kept like trying to open my eyes so wide and wake myself up, and it just was so hard. Reading puts me to sleep. Like I love reading, but it's not so stimulating. Like it's perfect. It's the perfect thing to do if you want to like just read before bed and then you doze off. So honestly, these days I'm on TikTok. Like I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. Give me like all the stimulation to help me stay awake. And it's weird because I can't even come on here and be like, I got this amount of hours of sleep last night, because it's so broken up. Like when I was reporting and I was sleep deprived then, I could be like, oh yeah, I got 4.5 hours of sleep last night. I went to bed at this time and I woke up at this time. But with the baby, I'm, sleeping 30 minutes, then I'm up, then I'm sleeping 45 minutes, then I'm up. Like it's not like all in one shot. So technically I went to bed around 11 p.m. yesterday and I woke up at 7, but I was up most of the night.
I don't know if you guys can hear what's going on in there, but I have my portable breast pump and it never stops. It never stops. You have to keep, you just have to keep it going throughout the day. Otherwise, one, it's painful. When you, feel your milk coming in every hour or two, it's painful if you don't get it out with either the baby latching on and getting it out himself or pumping. But then number two, if you don't pump regularly, your supply will tank, which is really stressful. That's his food source. We do have formula at home just in case, just in case anything crazy happens. But so far, going strong on the breast milk. It seems to be going well. He seems to be gaining weight. I still need to talk all about that. We had a very stressful start to his life, to be honest. And I definitely do want to talk more about that on here, because I know we are not the only ones who have gone through something similar. But anyway, for now, we're just, pumping away. Did you ever think this would be what your life came to?
Like cereal milk.
Zach has had some, but not milk. What'd you have? You had the colostrum.
I tried the colostrum. It's supposed to be very valuable and nutritious.
Goodness.
It's really been a game changer.
You haven't taken a dive into the milk yet, though?
I'm not.
Honestly, it's just too precious. I don't want to waste any on you. No offense.
I'm not dying to suck it down, so.
Also, this is literally going to be my first outing, Cancun Mexican bar. There we go. That is my very first post-pregnancy outing. Let's do this. Our big first outing. Also, what makes this even better is it's 11 a.m.
It's like breakfast.
Our lives, what have they become? And this is the reason we were able to have our big morning out at the Mexican restaurant. And she is looking as beautiful as ever. The sacrifices you make as a grandma.
I'm shopping from here.
I'm working on some videos, doing some editing, which feels so good to be doing again. And we've got some company. The whole fam is here. Zach is in the beauty chair, and Zach, as a new dad, what's a piece of advice you give to all the dads out there? Actually, let's start with advice for labor and delivery. What would you say to dads who are about to get themselves into the whole, it could be anything. It could be the induction experience, spontaneous labor.
Still don't understand why hospitals just have a couch for the dad. So, just bring some pillows.
Stay
I was
strong.
freezing, so I had to hood up at night. Bring snacks, bring warm clothes. I'm not saying you're asking me for the men. Obviously, the whole situation is supposed to be as comforting for the woman. The world understands that. We don't need anyone being like, he's only thinking about himself. You're asking me about the male perspective here. At the hospital, and I've told people this in person, they tell you a lot of things that aren't helpful. Have we talked about the black puke yet?
No.
So the biggest thing that I wish someone would have told us is that your baby, and our baby, Decker, did, they can swallow blood on the way out. So, when they swallow blood, it has to come out of them. So, Decker puked up black
Night one.
Yeah, and it was everywhere, all over my hoodie. Like, it was crazy, and no one tells you what it is. Like, it's like, okay, like, that's one thing you probably should tell us. Like, that could happen.
Honestly, I bet not a lot of babies do, because I've never heard anyone saying this. He had a messy, like, entrance into the world. He pooped all over me right away.
I mean, that would just be nice. And then I guess if I would have, like, researched it, like, his poop is really, like, black and tarry.
Oh, Zach, that was something that everyone knows.
But, like, they tell you that, so, like, but, like, it still would be nice. I mean, I'm glad you were like, oh, you're not doing any research. Like, there's not a lot to research. Listen to the doctors.
Zach, there's so much to research.
There's
so much since we've been home that I have, like...
But, like, we're talking about the being at the hospital. I basically was half the nurse that he's pooping right now.
Oh, shit.
You just listen to him. Like, if you are going to participate, just take instructions and do what they tell you to do, so.
Well, when I was asking about advice for the dads, I was more so talking about how to support the wife. Like, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't... you do the epidural, that kind of looks crazy, but you said that was okay. I was just there to do whatever. So if you asked me to do something, I did it. If a nurse asked me to hold your legs, I did it. When you give birth, like, obviously you can't really get out of bed and stuff a lot, so you got to clean the bottles, the diapers, all that stuff.
Yeah, you did everything in the hospital.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to, so you just do that, and once again, you don't have to do a lot of research on it. You just do what you are told to do.
Zach is so sticking to trying to prove that, like,
no, just do what you're told to do in there. It's like, again, just take instructions and do it. Like, it's fine. It's not like they're not going to tell you what to do. So you're just going to go with the flow. As long as you can go with the flow.
You're, like, pretty into the flow.
I mean, you don't really have a choice.
Right now, Zach is feeding Decker, which technically could be a good time for me to get in a nap, but honestly, I would rather be sleep deprived than have a messy home. So during these moments, this is when I really go in on cleaning his nursery, doing his laundry, getting everything tidy. Like, I have actually managed to keep up with everything. I remember when I first showed his organization with, like, his dresser, a lot of people commented, like, oh, good luck keeping up with that when he's actually here, and you are severely underestimating my type A personality because things have remained pristine. Don't get me wrong, each day is very chaotic, but I have managed to, this is a non-negotiable. Like, I just enjoy organization. And I feel like with a newborn, there are obviously so many things that are out of your control, but if organizing his dresser and keeping things tidy is in my control, like, I'm obviously going to do it. That has been a huge tip for me for just, like, maintaining my sanity. Oh my gosh. I can't get over how good these diapers smell. Oh, I love the smell of baby. Oh my gosh, by the way, if you want to see how wonderful the people in your life are, then I 10 out of 10 recommend having a baby, because people have just been, like, it's making me realize I feel like I haven't been there for people in the way that I should have been. People have just been so unbelievably kind. One of Zach's old coworkers and his good friend and his girlfriend came over last night. They made us dinner. Like, they brought the ingredients, made it at our house. So unbelievably kind. Like, what the heck? We have not had a home cooked meal in quite some time. We're changing that. We are changing that. We're getting on top of it. We're getting back to who we used to be now that, like, we're getting into the swing of things. But yeah, like, that was so kind. And then they got us the sweetest present. Like, what the heck? They don't even have children, and yet they knew. They got us this swaddle, which is, you need a swaddle. At first I was like, oh, like, do all babies need to be swaddled? I mean, maybe that's not the case, but babies have this, like, reflex. It's called, I think, a Moro reflex, where, and I've watched Decker on the monitor when he's trying to nap and he can't do it without a swaddle. Every, like, 3 minutes he goes and he, like, throws up his hands and, like, thrusts all over, and it wakes him up. So these swaddles are huge. Obviously, when he starts rolling over, we'll have to get him out of it because that's very dangerous. But until then, these have been amazing. They got the cutest little outfit ever that says nap champ, although he's not a nap champ. My mom and I were talking today about it. He, like, doesn't sleep, like, during the day. Like, I mean, he does a little bit, but so far he has not been a napper, and he is just very awake. And then she got me hair products, like, for me. I actually haven't tried this before. It's Odell, an air dry styler, obviously, like, keeping with, like, a theme of, you know, doing things quickly, which, God knows the last time I washed this head of hair, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning, mark my words, because it's been over a week. But dry shampoo, like, this is so kind. And yeah, just like seeing how kind everyone has been is seriously like one of the best parts about having a baby, and I definitely want to pay it forward because it has meant the world for me. Like, it's not even just the gesture, it's also like genuinely so unbelievably helpful. We are just like so grateful. Good morning, guys. I wanted to show a monumental moment. We have groceries. If you have not done, let me get it. Kroger delivery is coming in clutch. I have not gone to the grocery store since before I had him, which is nuts. But Kroger delivery, Hungry Root, like, you have all these options these days to not leave your house, which is always great. Wait, Dak, do a little haul. What'd you just put away? This is a classic grocery haul. Buns.
Must have. Clancy's addiction.
Your addiction, you eat them more than I do. I buy them and you eat them all.
You eat it more than I do.
Popcorners are so good.
Clancy's also new addiction is iced coffee from Leafy Romaine, which is always good to have. Is this done?
Is it done? I just
What?
literally, I just keep a
Why
whole,
is
I
that
know,
like that?
I know.
That's awful.
I have been struggling so much, but I just keep a whole thing in the fridge and I use it for my sandwiches throughout the week. I'm struggling. The captain has me busy. He has the cutest little outfit on today.
Pretzels. What are these?
Oats.
Oats.
For breastfeeding, they say they're supposed to be good for you.
Are you making cookies or eating these like?
No, I've been eating oatmeal every morning. You don't even pay attention to my routines, it seems.
Really important what you eat in the morning. Well, I see someone wanted.
They were.
Why
Zach,
are
I
we
can
showing
explain.
this? This is the dumbest grocery order. I told you we needed dinner stuff. I've not seen one thing that we are gonna make for dinner. What did you order all
Zach,
this?
I can explain.
We have
Just a-
6 chocolates. This is just not. This is not at all what we talked about.
Okay, it was on sale, like, buy 2 get 2 free.
Seriously, more popcorners, more pretzels. Not one
Zach,
dinner
the
thing.
dinner, it's coming.
Oh my God. This is like not helping us.
Zach, okay, we got a pepper and a cucumber.
Alright, some burgers with your big lettuce. We threw one
Another
out
lettuce.
to put one in. Got some tomatoes. The tomatoes.
Yeah.
You just leave it in these bags.
Yeah, I'd leave it in. The lettuce is the exception for quick access.
Some bread. And our third thing of pretzels.
You can never have enough,
Do
Zach.
you even eat pretzels?
Yes, I like pretzels a lot. They go great with the chocolate.
We're on a steady diet of chocolate and pretzels.
That sounds good to me.
This is turkey.
Turkey.
Asparagus, some avocado, some more asparagus,
I just know what I like and I buy a bunch of it.
some chicken, finally some stuff that we were hoping to get, some soy milk. This is for your mom.
That's weird. I didn't order that.
We got a free, wow, Kroger. Thank you for our free.
Yo, play.
This is our sponsorship. They are paying us to do a haul. It's very kind of them to think of us like that. And some grapes.
And that does it for us. These pajamas from the Gap are, is it the Gap or Gap? Whatever it is. These are my favorites. I have them in like 6 different colors. First of all, they're perfect for breastfeeding because button downs are just so much easier for breastfeeding. But even without breastfeeding, it's like this modal material. It is just like the best material ever, and I am obsessed. I can link them below. They're like always on sale. And as you can see, I have, okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, because I'm wearing one of them. 6 different colors, and then these are my nightgown dresses. And honestly, I'm a big fan of hanging up most of my things. Like, whenever I put things in the dresser, aside from like sweats or something like that, I don't know what the dresser does to them. Like, they turn like musty and disgusting, and I am not a fan. So I actually try to like hang up a lot of things. Is make sure your expectations are just in the gutters, in the absolute dumps, because in the beginning, when I would try to take Decker and Asher for a walk, and this is just the reality, I don't know, 70 to 80% of the time, it's just not gonna work. Decker's gonna freak, like, it's just not gonna work. And I would get so, like, oh my gosh, like, I failed, like, because poor Asher got so excited, and, like, it is what it is. Like, I know, oh my gosh, he's so excited right now. I hope it works, but no, like, I'm going into this knowing, like, there's a very good chance as soon as Decker gets in this stroller, it's just game over, and that's okay. We can try again in a couple hours, but the expectations thing is just key. Like, let's see. And I'm sorry, Ash, you will get your vlog today. It just might take a little bit. I'm so sorry. Your brother is a diva. He's a diva.
We're doing it, Ash. We're really doing it. Yay. People really need to clean up their dog's poop because this is so not cool. Guys, I just want to let you know that this is the life that I dreamed of. And like 2 or 3 weeks ago, this would not have been a possibility. And I am just so happy. And I'm so adamant that like, I never want to leave Asher out. I never want to leave Decker out. Like, I just want us to be the core 3 while Zach is at work. And it's finally happening. And I'm so happy.
My mom is downstairs watching Decker, and I figured I would take advantage and start adding to his first year baby book for the first time since he was born. Because in the beginning, I just have, which way is the beginning? Photos of finding out I was pregnant, and then telling all of our family and friends, and then our announcement shoot, and we've got maternity, and just all of that. And then finally, I'm going to be adding some of his newborn photos. I have heard people say, like, when they were in the hospital after giving birth, you never sleep, you can never sleep. I didn't know, like, you literally have people coming into your room every 30 minutes. Like, it got to the point, at one point, the welcome committee or whatever it was called had to come in and just be like, we just want to welcome you to the hospital. Like, what? Like, we just, like, I just don't think that's necessary. Like, we just want to sleep at this point. And then one of the things, I'm just chilling in the room with Decker. You guys know I had a pretty bad recovery, so I'm just, like, in pain. Don't know where Zach was. And this woman comes in and she was like, I'm here to take his newborn pictures. And I was so confused. I was like, we didn't like hire anyone, but it's just something they do. And then if you want to buy them, which of course I want to buy them, then it costs money. And I remember she was like, oh, do you want to like get him in a cute outfit? Da da da. I at this point could not walk, and I didn't want to tell her that. Like, I don't know. It's not like embarrassing, but it's just personal. And I'm just like, he's fine in the hospital swaddle. Like, he's totally fine. So he's just in the hospital swaddle. And it's so crazy because he looks like a totally different baby in these. Like, this is not my son. He was so swollen. I think all babies are very swollen when they're first born. But I think he was especially swollen because of how much time he spent, like, in the birth canal, like, just chilling. Because it took me over 2 hours to push. But not only that, the entire 2 hours he was stuck and there. Like, you could see his head. So he was so swollen. And oh my gosh, I also just got back the pictures we took. I think this was 2 weeks after he was born. We took like family lifestyle pictures just inside the house. I remember getting ready to stay. Like, it was such a blur. Like, I barely could like function during those days. But the photos were so sweet. And so I'm definitely gonna have to print those and put them in the book as well. And like, cause my thing was, I'm like, okay, everything's digital. Like, do I even need to do a photo book for him? But yes, because I feel like it's just gonna be so special to have like a physical thing he can look back on. So going to get started on this. Ash and I hope you guys enjoy watching. Oh my gosh, he is in this moment at his optimal cuteness. Can you guys get like a better, like, is he kidding me? Is he kidding me? I did not put the pillow there. Like, he just knows his positioning and he knows how to get comfy, and I really admire that. Oh my gosh, are you camera shy? What the heck? Wow, Diva did not want to be on camera.